Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Strap for Cash Garage. Does your paint look like this? Do you want to see how I got to look like this? Well, stick around and find out.
Hey everyone, I'm going to give you a quick walk around of the car before we continue. The footage on screen was taken after I finished buffing the car, but I just wanted to talk about it briefly before we continue. It's a 1972 Cheverolet Camino. It's got a 350 and a turbo 350 transmission. You might recognize it from the background of some of my other videos. I even have an early video where I was installing some shoulder belts into it. The car has been in my family for a long time and has sat on and off longer than I would have wanted at times, and ultimately suffered a lot of oxidation, sun damage, and just wear and tear from the weather. I plan on changing that. I have hopes to get this car to the drag strip. In fact, I have a 454 I've been meaning to build for it. I'd like to go on some road trips with it as well. One plan I've been meaning to accomplish is repainting the car. It's been about 10 years, closer to 15, of this paint and color on it, and I've been meaning to touch it up. The paint that was originally used was a single stage paint, in case you were wondering. Basically, this video is to accomplish practicing some cutting and buffing with a orbital polisher. This is something I have little to no experience with. In fact, I've painted cars, just never really done a sort of polishing detail work. That's why I figured I'd practice here and see what we can accomplish with some budget supplies. So join me and hopefully we can improve on the paint. First things first, let's go wash the car, and then I'll go over the products I'll use.
Hey, what's going on guys? Before we get going here and I start showing you the whole process of cutting and buffing the car, I thought I'd go over a bit more of what I used in case you guys want to emulate it. Again, not a professional. I've only ever done this once before, so pretty much everything I kind of put together was just stuff I'd been researching online. It worked out pretty well, and yeah, before we get into the video, I thought I'd just kind of cover the equipment I used and the different polishing compounds and what I think kind of worked well. A lot of the stuff I'd had from previous things lying around, so I thought I'd give different things a shot. And I'll tell you guys what worked well for me. But as far as the actual polisher, I ended up just using, went out and bought this. It is literally the cheapest, what would you call it, orbital polisher I could find at Harbor Freight, the Warrior brand. It worked perfectly well. I had no issues. Other than, I'm pretty sure when it was starting to get a little kind of hot, it would kind of slow down. But other than that, you know, it worked out. You know, used it for about 4 hours and it worked flawlessly. On the back, you have a little speed control. I varied between the settings on there, 2 and 3. I don't know the exact RPM. Those are the settings I used. Like I said, just a hook and loop setup, and yeah, it worked flawlessly. I was very pleased with it. And as far as actual polishing pads, I ended up buying 3. It was a medium cut, a fine, and a show car finish. Unfortunately, I already threw the box away for the medium one, but the 2 I bounced between was the medium. It's the Green Bauer brand one for the medium, and then this one, which is the show car finish one, is the one I still have in the box. But yeah, they both worked fine. The only reason I threw the other one away, the only downside was, you'll see in the video, my El Camino has a bed cover, and it was just my kind of me getting out of hand, but I kind of hit the rivets with the polishing pad and that tore it up pretty bad. So I mean, it did the whole car. It worked perfectly well, and but those were the two I went with. Again, I'm no expert, but as far as what I ended up using on that medium pad, and what I did was, luckily I had my brother to kind of follow behind and buff off the polish when I was done. But luckily, yeah, I just did a 360 of the car with the medium pad, and I kind of bounced between these two only because I ended up running out of one of them. But I used this one, Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. That worked really well, and when I ran out of that, unfortunately, I could not tell a difference when I was using the two, but I ended up using this, Meguiar's Fine Cut Cleaner, and it pretty much did the exact, I couldn't tell the difference, couldn't discern a difference, so they both worked really well. I then switched pads to the show car finish pad, and I bounced between these two. Again, I kind of only had half of one of them, but I just bounced between the machine glaze and the show car glaze. And yeah, I just ended up putting that on with the show car finish pad. And I might just say though, there were some areas I couldn't get into with the orbital buffer, and with that, I ended up having a like a heavier cutting compound. I just used the smallest bit of that on a microfiber towel, and then switched over to the fine cut cleaner, and it worked out perfectly, and I got a nice shine out of it. Hey, so after I was done putting on that machine glaze with that fine pad, I just decided to go ahead and throw some wax on the car, and I ended up having some of this new finish left over, but I went out and just bought, just to try, I was kind of curious, was Turtle Wax Super Hard Shell Finish. And you know, it was nice. This came with a little applicator pad, which I used with both of them. I used each one on one half of the car, but I couldn't really tell a difference. They both work great. I'd pick either one of them. Both worked perfect. So now that that's out of the way, might as well show you guys the whole process of me polishing the car.
Hey, so here's a walk around of the car. This is after washing it. Just this is right before I started to do any sort of buffing or anything like that. So I give you guys a walk around. Like you can see the mirrors missing, stuff like that. But now out here in the sun, I thought it really goes to show just how bad a lot of the sun damage is. And right here on the hood, you can see I had already started doing one side of it, just to kind of show you guys a little bit of what I'm hoping to get out of it. Unfortunately, there's still quite a few chips and stuff, and some sap and discoloration because of bird poop and stuff like that, but it definitely looks a lot better even with just that one pass on that one side. But especially on this driver's side door, I was noticing you can't even begin, like right there, you can't even begin to see a reflection in it, which I find kind of funny. Not to spoil anything, but by the end of the video I actually had trouble hiding my camera while taking photos. But yeah, and the reason why I'm sticking this driver's side is it got most of the damage. Right here you can see where someone hit my door one time, and I'm hoping to get rid of that, these scuffs, and a little spot right by the gas filler neck right there. So let's hop right into it. So what I'm doing here is this is my first pass, and this is with that medium bower pad, the medium cutting pad, the green one. And I have the setting, I believe, on about 2 to 3 on the buffer, and I'm using the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. And what I'm trying to do here is just very smooth, slow, steady, kind of overlapping passes. And I start off in a real small area here just to kind of get a feel for it, but I end up kind of taking off, and I had my brother luckily follow behind and kind of buff the areas by hand that I had been working on. Again, I'm no professional, but even after just this first pass, I was already just blown away at the results I was getting. It already looked magnificent, and you'll see me here in a second just buff it, and it's just a night and day difference. I was really impressed. After I completed this side, in just a second here, I'll switch over. Like I said earlier, I think on the hood here, I ended up using one more step. It was a Meguiar's swirl remover, but I didn't notice any huge difference compared to some of the other body panels I was doing. Not to cheap out, but I ended up mostly only just using the 2 compounds on the whole car. Right here I switched over to the machine glaze, and even right here you can just see already the reflection. I think it looks a million times better than when I started. But yeah, just kind of smooth, slow overlapping passes, and just keep the at least just keep the buffer kind of moving, and yeah, you'll be amazed with the results you can get. Well, that's the technique I used. Nothing too fancy, just something I read about online. And I'll just quiet down here. I'll let you guys watch me finish up the car, and I'll talk to you guys in just a second. Well, and there you have it, the final result. It's far from perfect, but I think a great improvement over what it was. You might notice some white specks, and that was some wax I didn't see and a couple of paint chips. The other thing still present is a couple of discolored spots on the hood. Those are from some sap and bird poop. Other than that, I'm pleased. Like I said at the beginning when I first was taking photos, I wasn't too worried about being captured in the reflection, but at the end, there's no hiding it. I'm happy with the polisher and the pads as well. If I could critique one thing, it would be the polisher handle. It seemed to vibrate loose multiple times, but other than that, it worked flawlessly. The wax and cutting compounds both worked great. If you have little to moderate oxidation and damage, I'd recommend the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. It was a little overwhelming at first determining what products to buy, but the Meguiar's instantly made a difference. Only on some heavily oxidized areas did I need a heavier cutting compound. I also managed to remove those scuffs and that stain by the gas filler neck, which I'm very pleased about. It's definitely not a show quality paint job by any means, but looks a lot better than before. And most of all, it was a good learning experience for me, and I feel a little more confident tackling it in the future. I hope you all learned something from my mistakes, or are a little more confident trying it for yourself. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll leave you with some before and after photos, and as always, thanks for watching everyone.